Your cryptocurrency was stolen. What should I do?
By finding the hacker's methods and then narrowing down the geolocation and tracking the money flow of the hacker, then you can recover full or partial by the law of the KYC, know your client, and the AML, anti-money laundering. To track the hacker and recover the lost fund by the hacker, we need to understand the hacker's behavior and then also the payload program download in the smartphone. The hacker uses advanced persistent threats for long period of time, and they monitor your phone through the Python or Ruby, and they accumulate and then collect the data from your smartphone. And once they accumulate enough personal data, then they launch an attack on your smartphone.
In order to catch hackers, first of all, I want to know how hackers make payloads on Android phones.
From the Metasploit framework console, you use the command of MSF, the Metasploit framework Venom, with the payload of Android. If you look at the detailed interior information of this payload, there are two important parts. One is the manifest XML, where they require permission from the content provider of Android framework. Since Android adopted the sandbox architecture to protect the hacking of the one application from the other application, the only information from the other application can be accessed by the content provider, which is controlled by the manifest XML. So the important part of this payload is manifest XML. And then the another part is which you can extract by the APK tool, and which are shown very explicitly in the Smiley code, which is assembly of the Android. So they require the permission to access the system information or hardware information, and then the call and the telephone number and the SMS. They require both write and read permission through this manifest XML file. Also, they use the AP list, and then they check it, all the application which are downloaded and installed in your smartphone.
Identify the location of the hacker.
We will analyze the APK of the smartphone for the payload which was installed by the hacker through the smartphone owner's help. And then crucial part, as we have discussed before, is manifest XML file, which explicitly permit this payload access to the hardware as well as the telephone number, call logs, and the SMS message, and virtually of all the personal information. And then there is a Java code from the JADX. And then another useful information is provided by the APK tool. And this APK tool provides the Smiley code, which is assembly language of the Android. And this Smiley, payload the Smiley, is used to embed this payload into another application like WhatsApp or the KakaoTalk.
Find out the flow of hackers' cryptocurrency.
In a cash account of an ordinary bank, and when your ordinary bank account is hacked in your smartphone, and then the hacker will use another account to extract the money, transfer the another account, or withdraw the money from the ATM. But the blockchain has advantage. If they hack your cryptocurrency, they have to transfer to their own account, and they have to launder this blockchain, the cryptocurrency. But the cryptocurrency uses the blockchain technology, and all this transaction information, including the block number, transfer, which contains the sender, recipient, and amount of money, and timestamp, and then the mining information. All these information are written in the ledger, the blockchain. So since these blockchain are open in public, we'll analyze this blockchain, and then we'll figure it out and trace how the money flow of the hackers going through. So we'll understand if the hackers' money goes to certain exchanges, and then we can contact these exchanges through the proper authority, and then they will fund you your lost cryptocurrency or the partial fund. By the law, each exchange is required to know the client, KYC, and they have to observe the anti-money laundering law. So if you just ask them, then they would refuse. But if you support your claim and the request with a proper document of this kind of research, their IP and their analysis of their payload, as well as the sniffing of their communication between the smartphone and the hacker site by the Wireshark or the TCP dump, and then they are obliged to compensate you for whole lost fund or the partial fund, and then they will also track the hacker.
If your cryptocurrency is stolen, track it using the method explained here, and use your experience or problems. If you post it in comments, we will answer. Or if it's hard to do it by yourself, please ask us for a fee.